Hello and thanks for stopping by the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video we are going thrifting. We are doing a $20 thrift store challenge, and as always, if we find anything today, we'll be going right home and styling it. So if you'd like to see if this is going to be a good day in the thrift store, keep on watching. And we're going to my favorite spot, which is the Goodwill store, and I'm excited because it's been a few days since I've been in here. Typically I come to the thrift store every other day or so. I have several of them not too far from me, and I like to just pop in just to see what they have, because you never know when you're going to find something. So if you don't go often, you can't find anything. And the first thing that caught my eye today are these glass vases. They are very colorful and definitely not colors that I typically would gravitate to, but these just reminded me of a mid-century modern look, and I thought they would be so pretty styled on a buffet table or something like that. They're really pretty. Moving right along here, I'm spotting what looks to be a decorative vase or maybe even an old school ashtray. Not real sure, but it's orange, it's glass, and it was very unique shape and size and everything. I thought it was very different. And there's a lot of different ways you can style something like that. You can use it to put on top of a book stack. You can use it to put your vase filler or Christmas ornaments. So many different things you could do with that. Very nice little bowl there for $7.99. Here's an interesting floor lamp here. It seems to be a vintage piece here with that mustard yellow inset in there, and it's looks like stainless steel or silver or whatever there. And that was very different. That's one thing I like about thrifting. You always find such interesting pieces, whether you're interested in purchasing the item or not. It's just some interesting pieces that you run into, and I just like to see different things. So it's kind of refreshing in a way to come into the thrift stores just to see what finds you may see for the day. This is a little sofa here that they have in here. I'm sure that'll be gone right away as soon as or whenever I see furniture in here. If I come back the next day or two, it is typically gone. I did not see the price on that particular one, but I'm sure someone will grab it up really quickly. Looking here on these shelves here, is not a whole lot going on over here. Just some baskets there. And here these wreaths again. I don't know. Every now and then they just get these ugly wreaths in here. Never have been successful at finding any that I could use. They look like they've kind of been in storage somewhere. I'm not sure where they get these things from. This is an old Sharp TV, and I just recently got rid of an old Panasonic TV recently, so I'm not sure what condition this one is in, but this is a nice size. I would say it's probably at least a 55-inch. These chairs here are very different. If you like the floral patterns and things like that, they seem to be in pretty good shape. They've got good bones to them. Just some nice little matching chairs here. Not bad at all. And I could see those like in a Florida room or a sunroom. Those would be really pretty. The set of those will be $40. They're $19.99 a piece. Not a bad price at all. Now, what's a trip to the Goodwill without a stop by the lamp section? You know, this is the spot that I always come into. Whether I'm going to buy anything or not, I just like coming over here to see what they have. I don't know why, but this one's really pretty. That looks like an antique. It's kind of got this acrylic base to it. It's only $2.99 for that, and then a little black. That's very different. That would be really nice cleaned up. I could see that on a bedside table or dresser, buffet, entryway table. Really, really nice. All you'd have to do is clean that thing up, get a lampshade, and no one would know you only paid $3 for it. Let's come over here and see if we find any nice wall art today. The first thing that catches my eye is this oversized mirror. This mirror is only $30, and it's massive. It's heavy too. This would be really nice as a leaner mirror, like leaning it against a wall or something like that in a bedroom or dressing room or whatever. Very nice piece there for only $30. Let's see what else they have over here. Nothing much is catching my eye. I have my eyes roam really quickly, so I can like scan a spot in a minute and see if there's going to be anything over here worth it. There's one thing that I'm going to explore here. And to my surprise, I found a whole set. So I will do some shuffling things around here to get a closer look at that. And those are those little black and white vertical pictures there. There is a set of these, and I'm going to put them together just to kind of see what they may look like. I think they would be really, really nice in a kitchen for whatever reason. That's what I'm seeing for these, or maybe even on a gallery wall somewhere in a home. But they're just black and white, very basic, but I thought they were really cute. And not a bad price, $3.99 each for these. And they had a set of four, which was really nice. I could see these as leaning art or hung on a wall. Either way, these would be really, really nice. And not a bad price at all for all four of these pieces. This is an interesting piece of art. It kind of looks like a Basquiat. It also looks like a piece of art that was done by a child. I have no idea what this is, but it just caught my eye because it was so very different. I have been trying to watch the documentary about Basquiat. It's on Netflix. I haven't been able to finish it, but I just found him to be such an interesting guy. I just wanted to know more about him. Aside from the problems that he had, he was I guess he found his way in the world. I'll just put it that way. But anyway, over here to the books to see if I see any nice coffee table books. I'm always on the hunt for those. I love a nice book stack. If you've been watching my channel, you know I've been working on this makeover of my loft area, and I need some additional books, or I should say I want some additional books. And if I could find them thrifting, that would be ideal, because I'm using them strictly for styling purposes, and I'm looking for a particular color scheme. So I'm just kind of looking in here today to see if I'm going to look up on anything. You know, I love my black, my gold, my whites, and things like that. And so I'm looking at these books here that I've set aside here to see if I can find a third one to round out this trio. And I really don't care if it's a book that has a book sleeve on it that I can take off, or whether it has a book sleeve. I'm just looking for the color combination that I'd like, and I'm hoping I can find a third one, because those two that I found there are nice. Here's one here that matches the color, but I definitely do not want that one, so I will continue to look and see if I can find one. Here's one here that could work, so let's give it a try and see how that looks. And just as I was about to move that over there, I spotted another one that I thought would look better. And here's one here. I just love the lettering of it, and it just looks nice for a little book stack. Now imagine these books are $1.39 each, and with that, you can create a look like this. Mix them in with a nice little set of bookends. In this case, these are marble. That looks amazing. You could lay them down, something on top of the book. So many things you could do with them. I see that they have some Christmas items out. Now, in the past, in July, I've seen the Goodwill bring out a lot of Christmas items for Christmas in July. This year, I haven't seen as much as I have in the past, but they do have some things out here. They've got some cookie dishes and some little Santa statues and the little mailbox, all kinds of little random things. So you can run across those types of Christmas items and ornaments and things like that if you happen to be looking for them in July at your local Goodwill stores. Today they had a nice selection of blue ornaments. If anybody is looking for some blue ornaments, look at that. They have some packs there. Look like they are brand new in various shades of blue. And that little hat there caught my attention because there's so many things you could do with that. That could be a nice little tree topper, or it could also be a hat for a snowman if you get snow in your area or whatever. Cute little hat. And they wanted $4 for that. They also had these outdoor decor pieces here. These are snowflake packages, and they are lit. I guess you could use them in the house as well. I didn't see the Goodwill price on them, but they retail for $24.99. Now, moving over here, they have these statues here. I thought these were really cute, very different. Two shades of brown wood, and then the chrome heads on them. They were $7.99 a piece for those. I always complain about the prices at the Goodwill, but I thought that was kind of pricey for these, and the heads were loose on there. $7.99 for those. I didn't think that was worth it. I think they should have been like $2.99, but who am I? Here is a nice little festive ginger jar. It looks very retro, very vintage. Cute little piece though with the colors, very different. And that was $10 for that. Pickings are very slim in this particular Goodwill, so we're going to finish up here and head on to our second location. Just to see if there's anything over there that we may be able to find, because in this store today, the pickings were slim. Probably should have picked up these little trophies before I left out of here. They were 99 cents each for those, and I definitely could have found a use for those with the kids. But anyway, now we're into second Goodwill, and let's see if they have anything better in here than the other one did. This is a nice piece of wall art here. Looks like a little European village or something like that. Not sure why I'm getting those vibes from it, but that's what it looks like to me. Very nice frame in that and everything. And then they have some more little pieces of art here. Now, this is kind of cute. They had two of these. They would be really pretty for a nursery, a baby nursery, or a little girl's room or something like that. I thought those were really nice. And they were only $2.99 each, so that wasn't bad. And they had the frame on them and everything. So let's come over here, see if there's anything else that is of interest. They just have some random things here. Now, this is a brand new frame. Here it's 11 by 14 where you can add your own photo to that. That would be really nice if you have a gallery wall that you might want to add that to, or just to set on a desk or something like that. Nice size for that. And like I said, it is a brand new. And it's only 99 cents for that. Here's another nice frame. This is a round, or I should say an oval frame here. Looks also to be brand new. This one is $1.99. And I know my sister mentioned she wanted to do a gallery wall and she wanted some oval frames or whatever. So those would be nice. Here is some nice dishware. Now I can see a nice little Parisian themed tablescape or something like that. Those are really pretty. I like the print of these. I don't have a need for them, but they could make a beautiful tablescape. I used to love to do tablescapes, and I would keep my table in a tablescape at all times. And I've gotten away from that. I actually got rid of all of the chargers that I had, all of those types of things, because I just don't use them anymore. I saw this little acorn here, and that was really cute. Be a nice little decor piece for a tabletop or the top of some books or something like that. You always need a little decor piece or something if you're doing a book stack. This cute little globe here, you know I can never resist a globe. It was tiny though, but it was so cute for $1.99. It had a little bit of weight to it too, surprisingly. I just wish it was bigger. They had these butter dishes, and they actually had a couple of these in the glass. I don't know if it was from a catered event or why they would have had multiple ones of those, but yeah, they had them. I'm just looking around here. This store doesn't have much more than the other store had, so that's a bummer. This week at the Goodwill was really not too good for me this time, but that's okay. Some weeks it's good, some weeks it's not. That's the nature of the beast. What's most important for me when I go out thrifting is to make sure that I have a budget, make sure that I have a designer's eye, meaning that I know exactly where it is that I'm going to style a piece. Should I choose a piece, I need for it to meet or to fit my home's design. And yeah, those are my tips that I must adhere to when I go out shopping. But anyway, we're heading on home right now. And yeah. Well, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this Thrift With Me video. Normally, I would come home and show you how I style something. But on this trip, honestly, I didn't find anything except for this little globe here. It's really small. I don't know if you can see the countries on here, if it's showing up. This is really, really cute. It was $1.99. It's got a little weight to it. I guess it could be a paperweight or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with this little thing, but for $2, I said I'll bring it on home. So that's really all I have. I have nothing to style today, unfortunately. But I hope you enjoyed today's $20 thrift store challenge. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Check out the other videos in this series. I've been doing $20 thrift store challenges now for a little while, so I've got several videos in the series so that you can go back and kind of catch up if you've not been seeing all of the videos. Also, if you're not currently subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell, and that way you can stay connected when I upload additional videos. And to all of my returning family members, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that I see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.